Welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn how to work with graphics, and I'm sure you're going to find it interesting because now you'll be able to work with pictures, clip art images. You'll be able to size your pictures. You'll be able to crop pictures. You'll be able to move pictures. You'll be able to also move objects. You'll be able to draw objects, and you'll be able to arrange objects in this video. So all I need you to do is just to sit back there and follow what you see me do, just like you've been doing. It's not something difficult, very simple. You only need to follow. So what are illustrations? They are visual content inserted into documents. So once you look at those visual contents now, you understand what I'm saying? How can you add them to the document you're working on? So this is a document now, it's a blank document, but I want to insert pictures and objects into this document. So how do you insert a picture? Very simple. You have to go to Insert tab, Insert tab, then you come to Illustrations group, and I talked about what illustrations means the other time. They are the visual contents inserted into your document. So all these things you're looking at can be inserted into this document. You can have pictures, you can have online pictures, you can have shapes. If you click, you see a lot of shapes here. All these shapes can be drawn. Do you understand that? Then you can have smart art being added to your document. And we also have chat. As you can see, you can add that to your document, and you can also add a screenshot of your screen to your document. I hope you're following. So we're going to start with addition of pictures to this document. So how do you do that? Under illustrations, you see pictures already. Look at it. Insert pictures from your computer or from other computers that you are connected to. Do you understand that? Let's look at this. Find and insert pictures from a variety of online sources. So it's clear to you now that you can only get this when you are connected to the internet. Do you understand that? So if you are connected to the internet and you click this, it's going to take you to where you can insert pictures from a variety of pictures that are online. Do you understand that? So you need to understand that. So this is the one I'm going to use now because I want to insert pictures from my computer. Do you understand? So for you to insert pictures from your computer, you must have pictures on your computer. If not, you won't be able to get any picture. Do you understand that? So that's why you have the online pictures there, so that if you don't have pictures on your computer, you can get pictures online. Do you understand that? So then you have shapes there. Look at them, a lot of them, and the other types of illustration that we have. So let me go back. So what you need to do now is to click pictures, and right now I'm on pictures. If you click pictures, this is my own pictures. Can you see them? So these are the pictures I have on this computer. Do you understand that? So let's assume that I want to add this picture. All I need to do is to select it. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to click insert. Do you understand that? Select the picture, then click insert, and you're going to have it being inserted into your document. So look at the picture now, is right in my document. Now you have this picture. If you notice very well, your picture came with handles, and these handles are always 8 in number. They are 8. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see them? So these handles are called resizing handles. So you use those handles to size your picture to a desired output. Do you understand that? So if it's too big, you can resize it to your taste or whatsoever you desire. Do you understand that? If you think it's too small, you can expand the picture using these resizing handles. Now you can expand horizontally. This, that is, you can expand to the right and to the left, and you can expand vertically by expanding up and down. Do you understand that? So you can also expand diagonally. Look at it. Now for you to expand, you need to bring your mouse pointer to the resizing handle, and you will notice that the handle will bring up two-headed arrow when you move close to it. It is until you have this two-headed arrow that you can start dragging, and that is when you can either expand or decrease the size of the picture. Now when you drag the picture in, you are reducing it. When you drag it out, you are expanding the picture. Do you understand that now? You know how to drag now. You hold your mouse down, then you begin to drag it in. So as I'm dragging it in, you see that it's reducing, but as I'm dragging it out, is what? Increasing. So you can try the same. So this particular resizing that I'm doing is diagonal resizing. You could see that I came to the adjacent handles. Look at it, they're adjacent to each other. So I was using that to expand. Do you understand that? Can you see this? So let me use the horizontal handles to adjust this picture. Can you see I'm adjusting to my right? That's expanding because I'm dragging it out. If I'm bringing it in, it means I'm reducing it. I hope you understand now. Okay, you can also do the same from the left. Do you understand that? Now you can do the same from the bottom. Do you understand that? Can you see as I'm dragging it? So just play around it, but be sure that when you move close to the resizing handle, you have your two-headed arrow coming out. So that's what you're going to use to resize. Now I'm going to scroll up and I want to quickly show you something. When you insert a picture, it's going to come with this particular icon, and it is the layout option. You have to choose how your object interacts with the text around it. So this layout will determine how text that you type will relate with this picture. The first one is saying in line with text. So if I start typing text now, it's going to be in line with this picture. Do you understand that? Then you have square, you have tight, you have true, you have top and bottom, you have behind text, you have in front of text. Do you understand that? Behind text behind text means it's going to, the picture is going to show behind the text that you have on the document, while in front of text will appear, on top of the text. Do you understand that? You have top and bottom, both top and bottom. That's where the text will be. So you have true, you have tight, you have, but out of all this that you're looking at, the best that you can work with is square, because this permits you to move around and position your picture wherever you want. So I always suggest that you should use square. So that doesn't mean that you can't use the other layout. You can use the other layout options, but square will always give you the opportunity to navigate the picture easily. However, you can play around each one of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? By typing text and seeing what the result will look like. Do you understand that? So look at it now. Because I said in line with text, so you could see where my picture is, you could see where my insertion point is. So if I type now, can you see that it's in line with that text? The picture of a beautiful house. So can you see this? So this is what I'm talking about. You could see that it's in line with this picture. So let's select the picture back and let's select other options and let's see how they would interact. So can you see this? This is square. After selecting square, look at what happened. It moved the text up. Do you understand that? Let's look at tight. The picture, came closer to the picture. Look at square. Square, is not that close to the picture, but tight brings it closer. Do you understand that? Look at true. True is almost the same, with the tight. Then you have top and bottom. If you look at it, can you see? It's at the bottom now because we said it should be at the bottom. Do you understand that? So you could select the layout based on what you want to achieve, but for me, I always use square layout because it gives me the opportunity to do whatever I want to do with it. Do you understand that? So behind text, you'll see that you won't see what was it called now, the text out there again. It's now within the picture. So because you said the picture should be behind the text, so the text will show, but the picture will show under the text. But if you say in front, the text will come under and you won't see text again. Can you see that? So it's only picture you're seeing. The text is still there, but it's under this picture. That's what it means. Do you understand it now? So I'm going to go back to square because that's what I want. Now, this picture can be moved from this position to another position. Do you understand? You can move the picture from where it is now to another position. So how do you do that? If you move your mouse pointer to the picture, to the center of the picture, look at it, you can see a four-headed arrow. Can you see that? So black in color, look at it. So when you have this, it's a symbol for move. Do you understand that? So you use that in moving objects or pictures. So when you have that, you can hold your mouse down and drag the picture to wherever you want it to be. Can you see now that I've been moving it and it's moving? Can you see that? Can you see that? I hope you understand now. So that's what you can achieve with that symbol. Anywhere you have you could move it to the edge and still drag it, it will still respond. As long as you have the four-headed arrow, you can drag it to any position on your document, as long as you have it as square. Do you understand that? So you could play around it, you know, just resize. So let me resize this. So I'm going to move it up a little. Can you see this? So I would love to bring in another picture. Let's go back to insert. Let's go back to picture. So I want to insert this as well, this picture. And as you can see, it's here now. For this picture, I'll also select square, because that's what I want. Then I'm going to resize the picture. So as you can see now, I can bring the picture beside the other picture and make them have the same size. I'll just arrange it. Do you understand that? Look at it. Do you understand it now? So this is the way you can bring in pictures. So you can play around these pictures. Okay, just play around them and see how you can bring in many pictures into your document and all that. So you could begin to type whatever you want to type. As you can see, this is coming under the pictures now, so I can continue to type whatever I want to type. Do you understand that? So that's what your square will do for you. It permits you to move around, you know, put it in a position, and you can still type under it. Do you understand that? So that's it. But to label these two pictures, there's a better way to do it. Do you understand that? I'm still going to show you that when I've taught you how to draw objects. Do you understand that? So now you know how to bring in pictures into your document. So you can add your picture anywhere. Do you understand that? So now the next thing I want to do is to teach you how to insert a smart art. Do you understand? Into your document. So you come to insert, then you come to the illustrations group, then you click the smart art icon. Do you understand that? So you're going to click the smart art icon now. So when you click it, you're going to have this dialog box, you know, come out, and as you can see, choose a smart art graphic. So you have all of them here in all. Can you see all? If you scroll down, you see quite a number of them there. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see that? Okay. So out of this, you can choose anything you want to use. As you can see, the breakdown is here. You have the list. In case you want to make a list of items, you can use list. You're trying to use a graphics for a process, you can use this. You're trying to draw a cycle, you can use this. Hierarchy, like a chart or something, you can use this. Relationship, you can use this. Matrix, you can use this. Pyramid, you can use this. Picture, you can use this. So I'm going to use maybe one of them, and let's see how it goes. So let's use process. You understand? Or we could use list. Any of them will be fine. Okay, so depending on what you want to achieve anyway. So let's check the process. Let's see, there's something we can. Okay, let me choose this circle arrow process. I can choose this. So I've selected this. Can you see circle arrow process? That's what I want. Then I'll select OK. So as you can see now, it's here already. It has been inserted. Do you understand that? Now the same thing we did for the other one the other time, we're going to do. When you click, you're going to have this come out. Then let's select square for it to be easy for us to move around. Do you understand that? So you can close this. Then you can move your picture now. Sorry, that's not what I want to move. I can undo. You know what I told you to move? You ensure the four-headed comes out, four-headed arrow, then you begin to drag it to where you want it to be. So if you look at this now, I am to fill these, spaces with text. Let's say the process I want to show you is the process of, resting. You understand? I can say shower. Then the next thing, I can have eat. Then after eating, I can say sleep. So I can say this is a process. That is, the first thing you do is to shower, the next thing is to eat, then after eating you go to sleep. That's a process. Do you understand that? So, and if you want to work on this, you either type directly here or you come to this button. Look at it here. When you click this button, it's going to bring out where you can type all those text. So you can modify the text here to whatever you like, shower or bath, stuff like that. I prefer shower. So as you modifying them, it will be appearing here, so you need to understand that. So if you want to close it, you click here again, click the button, then it will hide it. I hope you understand that. So we're still coming to a place where we're going to modify this graphic that we've inserted. Also the picture we inserted earlier. I'm going to show you how to modify them, just to play around the picture. So we're coming to that. So let me start with the picture. Let's work with the modifications before we move to drawing objects. Now when you click the picture, one thing you must understand is that you are going to have your picture tools coming out, and under picture tools you have your format tab. So this tab is a contextual tab. It comes out when you are dealing with picture, when you are dealing with what? Pictures. So you need to understand that. So you can click the format now. Here you can modify this picture. You can modify and do whatever you want to do to the picture here. So the first thing you have here is remove background. Do you understand that? If you want to remove the background of the picture, you can do that. Do you understand that? So if this is what you want to remove, as you can see, it has brought it out for you. You just say keep changes. Do you understand that? But I'm not removing the background now. I'm going to discard. So I'm going to move to the next one, corrections. Just play around it. Graphics has to do with your creativity, so you can play around all these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at it. Look at the picture now. You can see the picture changing. Let me get out of the picture first of all. Let me drag this to the right for us to see the modification I'm making to the picture clearly. So let's go back to corrections now. Look at the corrections. You see that the picture is changing. Can you see that? The brightness, this is the sharpen stroke soften. Can you see that? Then this is the brightness and contrast. Can you see it? So you have the liberty to choose any of them. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you are not satisfied, you can also go to picture correction format. So as you can see now, here you can increase the sharpness if you want to. As you can see, it's becoming sharper. Do you understand that? So depending on what you want to achieve, you can also increase the percentage by just doing this, increasing and decreasing it. And if you don't want that, if you want to use the slider, you use that. You can also use the slider to increase the brightness, or use your incremental to do that. And as you're doing that, you see that it will be affecting the picture. So if you don't want that, you can turn it back to 0. You can use type and make it 0. Do you understand that? So these are things that you could actually achieve with your corrections. Do you understand? So we also have the picture color. You can decide what you want. You have presets. Look at the presets, different ones that we have there. If you want this saturated, can you see that saturation? You can decrease the saturation depending on what you want until it becomes 0. Can you see that it's changing? So it's your choice. Just play around all of them until you have a desired output. So play around all these settings. Do you understand that? Until you have what you're looking for. Then let's also look at crop. Now this crop helps you to cut away part of the picture. Maybe there's a particular side you don't want to see. It helps you to cut it out. So if you look at it, this is a crop position. So if I begin to, can you say width and height? They are the ones you use to, if you say width, it's going to be reducing it. Look at it, it will begin to cut out from the right to the left. Can you see it cutting it out? Cutting part of the picture out. Okay, you can also bring it back. Do you understand that? So this is the picture, you have it back. Now you could also cut it from, can you see? Now I was increasing it, you reduce it, can you see? So you could do that. Do you understand that? You could bring it back. So when you say left, you are pushing it to the left to know where to cut. Do you understand that? So if you say to the right, can you see that? So these are things that you could achieve using, so I think it's back. So left, can you see that? Cutting it. So these are things that you could do with your crop. So I'm still going to show you the manual one where you're going to cut it by yourself without coming to use the numbers to edit the picture. Do you understand that? So that's how it works. I hope you're getting it now. So we're still going to come back here, but I want us to see the other effects. So this is a color we saw the other time. Can you see them? Different colors, you could change them. Do you understand that? So do whatever you want, just walk around the settings. Mine is to show you how to get there and to see what is possible. Do you understand that? So you have to be creative now, thinking of, oh, do I want this, and things like that. So that's that. So see the correction that I showed you the other time. Now you have the artistic effect also. Look at it. You could have something like this blurred. You could have something like this if that's what you want to achieve. You could have something like this, artistic, depending on your choice. You have to decide how you want the picture to look like. Do you understand that? How you want it to look, it's your choice. Or what you want it to look like, sorry. Okay, so that's that about that. So if you want any of that, you can choose it. Now you also have a compressed picture. So what this does for you, if you point to it, it compresses pictures in the document to reduce its size. So it doesn't make the picture to be too heavy. So when you select it, it's going to ask you, it said compression options apply only to this picture. Delete cropped areas of pictures. So if you have cropped a particular area of the picture, it's going to delete it. Now target output. What kind of output do you want? If you say HD, HD has good quality for high definition displays, but it's heavy. So the size will be bigger than the other ones. So when you have, and it's 330 parts per what was it called now, per inch. Do you understand that? You have the same thing for, you have 220 for print. If you want an excellent quality on most printers, you use this. But if it's something you want to use on the web, you use 150. If it's email, you use 96. If you want to use the document resolution the way it is, you just use it the way it is. Then you say okay. Do you understand that? So you can make your choice. So for example, now if you have a picture that you want to send as email, you can reduce the quality of that picture using the email option, and it would reduce the size of the picture for you. I hope you understand that now. So that's that. So you can choose any of that. So I'm going to move on. So peradventure you've inserted this picture and it is not this picture you wanted to insert. You made a mistake. You can change it by coming to, you must have selected that picture. As you can see, this picture is selected now. So if I say change picture, it will take me back. You see, you need an internet to connect an internet connection to insert online pictures, which I told you earlier. I don't want online pictures, I want offline pictures. So when I click work offline, it's going to take me back to where I can choose my pictures. So I can change the picture to anyone now. Do you understand that? I can change it to this, I can change it to this, change it to anyhow. So after selecting, all I need to do is just to click insert. Do you understand that now? So try it. You're going to get the result. Look at it, because somebody might say, oh, is it really working? Yeah, it works. Can you see that? It's back. So I can undo. So I just want to show you all these things one after the other. So you can reset your picture by discarding all the formatting changes you've made to the picture. So if you have added corrections and all that to it, and you feel you want to go back to status quo, all you need to do is to click reset, and it's going to take you back to the original picture. So that's what this one is there for. So let's move on. We now have the frames. Look at them. Beautiful frames that can add frame to your picture. Can you see that? So you can use any of them. I hope you get what I'm saying. We have more. When you click this is more. Do you understand that? If you want to scroll, you can also scroll here to see more of those things. But when you click more, it gives you everything that is there. So you can toggle around those frames, then use the one you want. So it's your choice. Make your choice. So picture border is there also. If you want your border to have a color, look at the color now. I'm choosing blue. As you are hovering around it, it will be showing you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at black. That's what you're going to have. Look at green. So that's the border of your picture that you're adding color to. So you can also select effects, just like what we saw the other time. Can you see shadow? You have the presets. Can you see the way it's looking? Look at it. Changing. Just play around what you want. You have the shadow there. You can give it any shadow. Reflection is there. Give it any reflection you want. Go to glow. You have a lot of them there. Just play around them. Do you understand? They are just effects that you can give to your picture. You have the 3D rotation. Do you understand that? Look at them. So these are things that you could do with your effect. You also have the picture layout. So these ones now is if you want to give a layout to your pictures. Let's say you want to do like a picture gallery, you can use something like this. So you're going to have 4 pictures with their captions. Do you understand that? So it's going to look like what you're seeing there, that you have text under, you label it. Do you understand? So that's how it is. So if you want that, you can select it. Do you understand? Let's say, for example, this. So if you have this now, can you see, you can now label it the way you want. Do you understand? So you can also change the layout to whatever. Do you understand that? Whatever. So, but there are some of these layouts that won't work with your picture. So this one will still work with your picture because this is picture, but these ones are text layout. So you need to understand that. So you could play around them, go into more. You see the one that is going to work. Just play around all these things. If I want to take them one after the other, we can spend a whole day there. Mine is to show you the possibilities you could have with all these tools. Then yours is to look at what you can do with them. Do you understand that? So that's that. So I'm going back to format. So we've dealt with this. Then we've dealt with the wrap, which I said you should select square the other time. So if you look at it currently, this is selected. Do you understand that? I've shown you the difference between all of this the other time. Then you have the position as well. This position tells you where to place the text. As you can see now, in line with the text, we'll take it there. Then you have this, pushing it up, pushing it to the center, pushing it to the right. So you can see their position there. This top right, this center of your page, this towards the center right, that's middle right. This is middle left. You could see how the picture was moving from one place to another. This top left, this top right, this top center. Do you understand? So it tells your picture the position to take on your page. So you need to understand that. So that's that about that. Now I'm going to demonstrate this also now. Okay, so let's say I want to bring this picture here. You will notice that this other one, this particular picture is in front of this one. So the building picture is now at the back. So if I want to send this picture back now, I can use send backward. So it's going to send it to the back of this. So you could see that the building picture has come up now. So also I can bring this forward. I go back to format, then I can bring it forward. Do you understand that? Bring forward. Then it's going to come up. Can you see that? So that's what this can do for you. So you also have the selection pane. When you click the selection pane, it shows you the way those pictures are arranged. Do you understand that? So can you see picture 2, which is this, is coming before picture 1. So it means picture 1 is under. Do you understand that? So picture 2, which is this one, is on top of picture 1. Can you see that? So that's the way they are arranged. So if you want to change the arrangement now, you can also change it here. If you move this picture 1 up now, okay, this bring forward, it will bring it forward. If you bring it backward, send backward, it will take it backward. So the same thing you are achieving with these two, you can do here. I hope you get what I'm saying. So you select the picture you want to bring forward. If you are sending this backward, this is send backward. It's going to send it backward. If you are bringing it forward, you bring it forward. I hope you understand. So that's how it works. Now you can also rotate your pictures. You can rotate 90 degrees, rotate, flip, vertical, horizontal, and the likes. I hope you get what I'm saying. Let's now look at this other picture here. You know that we've been able to arrange these pictures sending back, bringing forward, and all that. So, and you now know how to modify the properties of the pictures. So I want us to also look at the properties of this other picture we have here. Let's look at it, this particular one. So like I said the other time, look at the smarter tools. So most times when you're working with objects, the contextual tabs will come out, and they will come out to the right of the original tabs that you have on the ribbon. Do you understand that now? So you can see smarter tools. You have two tabs coming out. This is the design tab coming out. So the design tab gives you the create graphic group, where you can add shape that you want and all that. Could add shape after, add shape before, above or below. Peradventure you want to add more. Do you understand? So for example, if you say add shape, you could see that one has been added. So that is if the three shapes you have there are not sufficient, you could increase it or decrease. That's what add shape does for you. Do you understand that? So I said you should add it before. Do you understand that? You could add it after, you could add it above or below. So depending on what you want to achieve, then you can now fill this space now as with whatever you want to fill it with. Do you understand that? So that's how it works. So we've added another stuff to it. You could add more. You could click here, and add a shape after, below or above. If you say above, it's going to add that shape. Sorry, let's undo. I wanted to click here, add shape. As you can see now, we have it here. So for you to be able to type inside, you right click. Do you understand that? Then sorry, I didn't click very well the other time. So if you click very well inside, you're going to have it. Do you understand that? If I click here now, it's going to show me all those points. Do you understand? Look at them, they are empty. I hope you understand. That was the mistake I made the other time. So I told you that this particular button will help you to fill in the details. So if I put something here, let's say after shower, you want to cream your body, then after sleeping, you say wake up. Do you understand that? So you can have something like this. Do you understand? So look at it now. So you have more than the original three that was there. So this is the text pane that you're looking at. So you could bring it, you could off it here, and you could on it. Do you understand that? Depending on how you want it. So if you off it, if you want to reduce this, you can push it to the side. Do you understand that? And have it like this. I hope you're following. So let's now look at how we can modify all these things now to see them. Okay, so this layout, you could change them if you feel like changing them. Can you see what is turning into? Look at this one. If you don't want this kind of flow again, the circle arrow process, if you want the segmented process, you could change it to it. It's still going to be a process flow. Do you understand that? You could want this. Look at the way it's arranged. Look at the way it's arranged. So you need to understand these are layouts now that you could use. Then you could change the colors. Look at the colors. Different colors are there that you can choose from depending on what you want to achieve. So all these things will have to do with your creativity. So you've got to decide what you want. So if you want this kind of color, you can choose it. Then you now come to the styles. So we have the styles there that you can choose from. Look at different styles. Okay, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this. Do you understand that? So you are at liberty to choose anything you want. So let's say I want this now, I can choose that. Can you see now? So I've modified this smart art. So the properties, you know, have changed. So you could do that, and you could reset the graphic back to status quo. Do you understand that? Then if you come to format, now format now has to do with some of the things you have here. Do you understand? This particular shower um, text box, you could give it outline. You understand? Do many things. You could come here, check further, just modify. Do you understand that? Look at it now. Could I have something like this? I'm going to undo it because I don't want that. I just want to show you. Look at it. I could add shape fill. Since that text box is a shape, I could fill it with anything I want. Do you understand that? Depending on what you want to achieve. So you could also give the shape outline, that is the line of the box. You could give it colors that you want and all that. Do you understand that? So depending on what you want to achieve, then you could have the effect as well coming out and all that. Do you understand? So if I fill this now, let's say I fill it with this, I can go to the effect, let's say glow. Look at it. Can you see that? Can you see what you're seeing there? So depending on what you want to achieve, different things, just play around them. Okay, you could say, okay, you want to increase the weight. Do you understand? So these are things you could play around. You want to make it dash. Can you see that? Can you see how it's changing? So these are things that you can do. Then peradventure you want to give that text a style. We have word art style. Can you see them? So whatever you want to achieve with it, you can make your choices. Like I said, when you're dealing with graphics, your creativity comes to play. So if you want more of the graphics, you see everything here. This is what you have. I hope you understand that. So you could also do text fill. Do you understand that? So you could give the text a color that you want. Do you understand? Depending on what you want to achieve, you could also have an outline for the text. Do you understand that? That is the line round that text. You could have it. You could also have different text effects being applied to that text. I hope you understand now. So these are things that you could achieve with your format contextual tab under the Smart Art tools. So you could play around all these things and see what you can achieve with them. Do you understand that now? So I want to believe now you can insert your pictures and your Smart Art. The last one I would want to talk about right now is the shapes. Okay, second to the last. Can I say second to the last? Okay, let me deal with charts first and the screenshot for you to know how they work before going to shape. So to insert chart, you only need to click it, still under insert and illustrations group. So this is the list of the charts we have. We have column chart, line, pie, bar, area, XY, scatter, stock, surface. When you click each of them, it will give you the options you have. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Still under column, you could see that it's selected. When you go to line, this is what you're going to have there. When you go to pie, these are the things you have there. When you go to bar, these are the things you have there. When you go to area, these are the things you have there. When you go to XY scatter, these are the things you have there. Do you understand that? So just play around them. But I think I would like maybe I should choose pie chart. So this has been selected already. Can you see it's selected, and this is the preview. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, so I can say okay. Now one thing you need to know about chart is that chart on its own cannot work on Microsoft Word. So it works in cooperation with Microsoft Excel. Do you understand that? So the data for the chart will be drawn from Microsoft Excel. So you need to understand that. So when you launch it, it's also going to come with the Excel document. So let me launch it now. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So it's still loading. You're going to wait for it. Why it's taking time is because of the data sheet that is going to accompany it. So as you can see now, look at the sheet accompanying these charts. This is a pie chart now, but this is the data for this chart that you're looking at here. So when you have a pie chart, you know they are in percentages. Do you understand? So if you click here now and you point to each of them, this blue represents was there first quarter, which is 8.2. So when they took it to percentage, it was 59%. That's why it's covering this area. When you check this, point to it, you see fourth quarter, which is 1.2, which is 9%. Look at this is 10%. Look at this is 23%. You could play around these values. Do you understand that? As you change them, the chart will change. Let's say, for example, if I change this now, if I want to edit it, I will double click. I can make it 6.2, then change this one to maybe 4.2. So you see that the equation is going to change. Look at the chart now, it has changed. So these are things that you need to know when you're working with charts. So when I click here now, for the chart, if you also want to modify it, you have your what's it called now, your design tab and your format tab to modify that. Do you understand? I could drag this to the right. You know how to drag any window that you've opened. You drag the title bar. Do you understand that? So if you look at this now, I could change the way this thing is looking, you know, the styles. If I don't want that styles, I could change it. Look at it. So it's just play around all these things, you know. You could play around them. Look at different things. You change the colors if you don't want it. Maybe you want another color, you know. You could change the layout also, the way it's looking. Look at the layouts, different ones with the legend to the right. This one, legend to the right also. These ones, no legend. The legend has been incorporated into the segments of the charts. So these are things that you need to understand. So anything you want to achieve is possible here. So peradventure you want to add some elements to your chart, like the chart title. Currently you have sales. You could add label. You could add legend. You understand? Either to the right. As you can see, legend is to the right now. You could make it to be at the top. You could make it to be at the left. Can you see that? Bottom. You know, and you could say none, I don't want. Do you understand that? So it's your choice. So you should play around all this and see what you can do with it. You could switch row and column. Do you understand that? So that is, your row becomes your column and your column becomes the row. So these are things that you could do. So look at it now. When you now have this, it means you've turned the row into column now. So you're not having the chart for each for each how do I put it now, for each quarter. Do you understand? So these are things that you could actually do with what's it called now, with your design tab. Then you can edit the data. right here, or you edit in Excel, Microsoft Excel that I told you about. Do you understand that? So you could also come to chart type and change it. If you don't want pie again, maybe you want something else, column, you could change it and select this. Now this another one, you could change it, and this is what you're going to have. Can you see that it has changed? So still depending on this data. Do you understand? So just be around them. Can you see? Still same. And you could come to what's it called, your format tab, and walk around the text. Do you understand? Look at the text now. The format has to do with the text, so you could play around them. Do you understand? So while the design has to do with the shapes and all that. So I want to believe you now know how to make use of your how to insert a chart into your document. Now let me also teach you how to, so you could close this if you don't want it again. If you want to bring it back, you know where to bring it back. Now edit data, okay, and it's going to load again for you. So can you see that it's back? So if you close it, you can always bring it back using that edit data. I hope you understand that. So let's go back now. I'm going to click out. So as you can see now, we've been able to add pictures. We've been able to add smart charts. We've been able to insert chart as well. So let's look at one other one before we go to shapes. So screenshot could also be done. That is the screenshot of your window. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you could do a screenshot of your window. So let's say you want to capture a particular window. I could go to what's here. Okay, let's say I want to capture this window, this particular window. I will open it like this. Then I'll go back to my Word, then go to screenshot. When I go to screenshot, it would have captured it. Do you understand that? So when I click this, it's going to load it. Can you see that? So that's the way to do your what's it called now, your screenshot. Another way to insert it, I'm going to delete it, is to open that. Let's see, can open that particular, let's say I want this to be captured, pictures. If I want this to be captured, I will open it like this, then go back to the Microsoft Word application, then go to the insert, then go to screenshot. You will notice that this is already there. So if I want this, I'll click it. If I want this, which I captured earlier, I can select that. But I can also come to screen clipping. So when I click screen clipping, I can cut out a portion of this windows that I'm looking at now. But if I want everything, I'll go to the edge of the screen, then drag it down to the last edge. Then as you can see, it's here already. So it doesn't mean you have to, cover everything. It could be a part of that window that you just want to cut out. So you could just cut it out. Do you understand that now? So I'm going to delete that. Let me try that again. Insert, screenshot, screen clipping. So let's say I just want to cut out this area only. Just this. So as you can see, look at the picture now. So I told you when you have this, just click square for you to be able to move it easily around. Can you see now? So I can move it. Do you understand that? So you can also change the square from the format tab, then you come to wrap text, then you select square. Do you understand that? That's how to do that. I want to believe that you now know how to do screenshots, to insert screenshots into your document. That's how to do it. Then finally, I want to talk about shapes, how to draw shapes. Then you need to come to shapes. As you can see, we have recently used shapes. that is the ones that have been used recently. Then you have lines. They have been categorized. Look at rectangles, look at basic shapes, look at block arrows, look at equation shapes, look at flowchart, look at stars and banners, look at callouts and all that. So depending on what you want to achieve, do you understand that? Let's say I want a callout, something like this. So I could bring it out now by clicking. When I select it, I'll come and draw. So when I draw, sorry, I mistakenly clicked the Windows button. This is what I wanted to click. So look at it now. I have it here. Like I said, always go to select square to make it easy for you to move around. Do you understand that? So this is what I have. I can move it. So let's say I want to type something inside this, because callout gives you that opportunity to type within. So you can type right away. So but I can decide what the color of my text will look like. Currently it's automatic, but I can change it to any color I want. Do you understand that? So let's say I'm typing now. Okay, it's by default it's going to give you a color that will match this particular color that I've selected. Do you understand that? That's how it works. But you can change the color. It doesn't mean you can't change it. Let's say I want this. I can type now. You see that? So but white will come out well. That's why you have that. Do you understand? So let's type now. Sorry, I haven't changed that, so I have to change it now. Can you see that? White. Do you understand that? So you can type something here and have it. So let's go back to shapes again and let's see. Okay, for us to work fine, to have okay, we can do it here also. Let's not move it away from here so that we can have everything together on one page, sorry, on one document. Okay, so let me see this. I can go to format, then select square. This wasn't square. Let me see. This should be square also, so I can move it anywhere I want it to be. Do you understand? So I can move this here. Sorry, I moved the chart. That's why you have it like that. This is where you move the edge, and I can also move this. Sorry, I moved one of the shapes within the chart. Not, you come to the edge to drag it. Do you understand that? I've told you what you're going to use to move it is the four-headed arrow. Do you understand that? So I have this now here. Let me move it to this side. So I can reduce this if it's too big for me, so it doesn't occupy much space. No, I'm just arranging them. I can move my picture now to the left. Do you understand that? I'm just trying to arrange and see how I can walk around all these things. Do you understand? So I have this also. I want to make it square, so I think it's square now. So for me to move it, I'll click the edge and drag it so I can have it here. So but I want to add another one. So let's go back to insert now. So now I'm sure you've learned how to rearrange your pictures. Don't forget, select square. Square makes it easy for you to place those pictures on each other without affecting each other and all that. Do you understand that? So that's what that square layout will help you to achieve. So let's go back to insert. So let's go back to shapes. You can also have text box. Look at text box. Anytime you want a box that you want to type inside, you can create it. Okay, maybe someone can be having issue as to how do you draw it. I think I should have done that earlier. It's not difficult. Go to insert, go to shapes, select it, then you see this plus. You hold your, once you have this, you hold your mouse, I mean the normal click, hold it down, don't drop it, and drag it. As you're dragging it, you'll be increasing it. You're dragging it out, you're increasing it. As you're bringing it back in, you're reducing it. So don't drop it until you are satisfied with the position. Do you understand that? Or until you're satisfied with the size. That doesn't mean you can't adjust the size later, but you can also determine the extent to which you want to go. So look at it now. I'm okay with this, so I'll drop it. So you have it. So you could see your insertion point, blinking inside the box. So I can start typing inside now. Do you understand that? So these are things that you could do. Do you understand? So I'm just trying to show you. I'm not typing anything serious inside. So you have the box now. You can work on the box just like we've been doing with the other objects. You have your format. What was it called now? Contextual tab. You can come to shape. Select different shapes that you want. You could select this. Can you see now? Changing to whatever you want. You could bring shadow, stuffs like that. Just different designs. Play around them. Do you understand? Could have something like this, and you could go to the effect, go to preset. You could say, oh, this is what I want, or something like this, or something like this. Just play around them. You know how to come to all these areas now. So always watch out. This is the drawing tool. So you have your format, contextual tab where you can, move around all these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So try to do that. But again, I want to show you something here, the text direction. In this box now, you could change the direction of this text. So it's either when you have typed, you will change it, or before you start typing, you could change the direction of your text. For example, you've typed now, and you want to change the direction. Okay, let me type something sensible there. The man is coming for you tomorrow. Look at this. So let's say I want to change the text direction. I'll select it, then come to the format contextual tab, then come to text group. Then you have the text direction. Can you see this is still horizontal? So that's the one that is active now. So if I say rotate all text 90 degrees, look at it. So it will turn it upside down. Okay, that's direction. If I say rotate all text 270 degrees, this is what you're going to have. So you could change the direction of your text using text direction. And you also have the alignment. Do you want to align to left, center? Can you see center of the box? Can you see that all right? So you have that choice to make. Do you understand that? So if I say horizontal back, it's going to bring it back. Then align text, look at it. Look at top, it's going to take it to the top, middle, bottom. Do you understand that? So walk around all these things and see how they work out. Do you understand that? Don't forget that you use the arrange options to arrange your shapes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like I said the other time, okay, before I go to that, I said before you start typing, you can decide the direction. So let me delete this. So I want to start typing and I want to determine the direction. The first thing I can do is to change by text direction like this, and I start typing. The man is coming for you tomorrow. Do you understand that now? I've determined how I want it to look. So if I don't want it again, I can select it, then change the direction back to horizontal. Then I'm going to have it like this. Do you understand that? So it's not something difficult to do at all. So you need to understand that. I hope you got that. So look at it. So let's assume that I want to place this object on this object. Look at it now. The two of them are together. What if I want this one to go to the back of this other object? What do I need to do? All I need to do is to click the object. It's either I use send backward or I come to the arrangement here. Look at the arrangement. This particular one that I'm working on now is text box 11. This particular one has a name called Cloud Callout 9. The chart is this chart you're looking at here. So they all have their names. Do you understand that? So if I want this Cloud Callout 9 to come on top of this, what I'll do is to select it, then move it up. Can you see that now? So it's now on top of that object. Do you understand that? So if I want this to come up, I can use my bring forward. If I want to send it backward, I can send it backward. The same thing that this will do is what these two buttons are doing for you. So these two commands will do the same thing. All these will do for you. I hope you understand. So you use it to arrange your objects. Do you understand that? So that's the way it works. So I want to believe you've learned something from there. So, but I want to quickly create something. Don't forget that you can modify all these things. Look at this one works for your text. The word art is for your text. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So you could play around it. Maybe you want an artistic text. So if you want an artistic text, this is what you use. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you could play around all these things. Just check them out. Look at another text, shadow. Can you say that is for shadow and it's affecting the text? Anywhere you see A, they are talking about your text. So the focus is on your text wherever you see A like this. Do you understand that? So you need to understand that. So that's the way it works. So decide whatever you want to use and just put it there. Do you understand? Something like this. Look at it now. So the ball is in your court. You can do your designs the way you want. Just like I said, your creativity will come to play when you're dealing with graphics. So how you arrange your things, you have to determine that, not me. Do you understand? You know what you want to achieve. You know the picture you have in mind to paint. So it's your choice to paint it the way you want. But I've shown you the tools that you can use to achieve that. So at any point in time, just walk around it. Do you understand that? So these are things that you could do. Okay. Now for this particular one here, you know, you could rotate this. Do you understand what I'm saying? This particular thing you're looking at here, this undo, is for rotation. As you can see now, you can move it this way. So if I click here, you could see one black arc there. So all I need to do is to click there and drag it to the direction that I want, towards my right. Can you see it? As I'm moving, can you see that it's turning? Do you understand that? So till you are satisfied, you could drop it at this. I said this is the way you want it. Nobody would sue you for that. So it's your choice. This also, you could do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? For this also, you could do it. Can you see that? So you have your choice to make. That's what graphics does for you. I hope you get what I'm saying. This one, you are not expected to be bending your graph. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are not expected to bend because it's something that you want people to see clearly and all that. So play around them. Do you understand that? If you have this also, you could do the same. Bend it, you know, rotate it to a particular direction that you want. Same thing here. Do you understand that? So now let's assume that you want to label these two pictures that are here. So how do you label them? Now some people will come and type under it, but the best way to label it, if you have a picture like this, is to draw a text box under that shape. So you could draw a text box here like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Under that particular, and label it. So let's say this my house. So in this box now, I can bring this to the center of the box. I hope you still remember how to bring to do center alignment. This is what you're going to do, and you have it at the center. Do you understand? If you click outside now, you see that it's under this. So if you don't want this box, the outline to show, you click that box, go to your formats, then come to shape outline. Then you can say no outline. If you say no outline, it's not going to show there. But when you click, the box is still there, but the line will not be showing. Do you understand that? Now, you can do the same for the other picture and other shapes as well. You could label them with anything you want to do. But let's say now you have this, you could move it close. How do you do it? You click the outline of the shape, then you use your direction key to move it up or down. I want to move it close to the picture. You can also use your mouse with the four-headed arrow to move it. But you know, to move it accurately, sometimes you will need to use the direction keys on your keyboard so that it goes to where you want it to be. Do you understand that? Now let's see how it appears now. Can you see this? So, but you see, if I move this picture, it won't move with this house. Do you understand that? But I want it to move together with the house. So let me undo the movements that I've done. So now if I want these two objects to move together, then I'll have to group them together for them to be moving together. So how do I achieve that? I'll select it. I think it should be, yes, sorry, I wanted to say square. So I'll select that object. Let me close the layout. You select the object, then you hold your shift key, the shift key on your keyboard, then you select the other object. Can you see now? So I've selected the two together. Now after selecting the two, the next thing I'm going to do is to group them. Where will I get it from? Go to format. Can you see format under picture, tools, then you go to group. Then you can group the two of them together. So these two objects have been grouped together now. They can go together anywhere you're going. Can you see that? Can you see that? Let me change this. Yes. So if I move this now, it's going to move together. Can you see this? So this is how to label whatever you any object you have. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it makes it very easy for you to move it around together without disrupting any other thing that you're working on. I hope you understand it now. So you now know how to insert different shapes, how to insert your pictures, your smart art, your charts, and you can modify them. You can modify their properties. You can walk around them. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there's one more thing I want to show you before I wrap it up today on this video. So let me teach you how to insert another shape. Let me bring up let's say I want to generate something like a candle. So I'm going to look for a shape that I feel will help me to achieve that. So I can use something like this. Chevron. Can you see it? I think this will be able to help me to achieve that. So I'm going to draw it. So by the time I draw, it will give me a particular shape. Don't forget that I can rotate it. So I will rotate it to look like a stand. Now I want to pay attention to something here. Look at this yellow circle. This helps you to shape this particular shape you have, to reshape it. So if you click on it and drag it, you see that the shape is changing. Can you see that? You can drag it to drag it up or drag it down, depending on the direction where that thing is facing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Up or down. If the image was let me return it back to where it was initially. If I'm to do this one now, I'm going to drag it to the right or to the left. Can you see that? So this is what you can achieve. Can you see that it's turning it into something else? So that's what you can do with that yellow circle. Do you understand that? So let me turn it back to the degrees I want. So I think I'm okay with this. So I'm going to reshape this. I want it to look like this, like a stand. Now I'm going to reduce it a little because it's too big for me. So I can shrink it a little. Are you following? Now I'm going to bring another shape. Oval. Look at oval. Can also have it here. I'm going to select it and draw something like ellipse on this. Can you see this? Can you see that it already looks like a candle? So can you see this now? So if I don't want this color, I can change it to white. Click the other shape, change it to white. Can you see this? So look at what we have now. You can also modify it just like what I've taught you earlier. Change the shape to whatever you want to change it to. Do you understand that? Play around all this. Do you understand that? Go through formats, change different things, change the effects and all that. But as you can see now, these two are together. If I click on it and I use my down direction key to move it down, you see that it will be going inwards. Now this particular oval is in front while the other shape is under. If I want to bring this other shape up, then I'll have to use bring forward. Then you see that it will change. Look at the way it is. So but if I want to send this oval up, I have to bring it forward. Then it's going to come up. Can you see that? So these are things that you could achieve with your shapes. So play around them. You just like what I said, you have to be creative. You know, if you look at this, the length of this video is you know, so long and all that, because I was just trying to show you different things you could do. But your creativity will go a long way to, you know, tell us what you could do. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So you could adjust any shape, you know, edit the shape just like this one. If I want to edit the shape, I can change the shape to something else if I don't want that shape, or edit the points. So look at this now. When you click edit point that I clicked the other time, I'm still there, it's on. So when you come to it, you can drag the black point and begin to adjust it. Look at it. You allow these 4, you know, added arrows to show, then begin to drag it. So I can make it look like this now. Look at the way it is now. Can you see? And I move it like this. Do you understand? Now one thing I want to show you also is that if you look at this particular picture, it's facing left. I can turn it over by dragging it to the other side, turning it. So you turn it by, you know, you use your resizing handle to turn it to the other side. Do you understand that now? You push it as if you're pushing it towards your right, then it's going to turn. You can turn it back. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the way you could do your work. Do you understand that? So you need to understand that. Let's say I want another copy of this. All I need to do is to select it. You know how to copy and paste. Then you come to home, then you click copy, then you click paste. So you see that you will have 2 now. Then I can turn this over. Let's say I want it to be another one. See now, let's say I want to bring them together. Can you see what I achieved with it? So you've just got to be creative with what you're doing. Let's say I want to adjust these 2 also. I go back to format tab, which is the contextual tab. Come to edit shape, edit point. Then I can begin to edit this point one after the other. Can you see it? Can you see that? I can bring this one down and make it look like this. Look at the way it is. So the ball is in your court. Do you understand that? So play around all these things, do several things with them, and I'm sure you'll keep getting better as you keep using them. Don't forget, your creativity will have a role to play in graphics design. And I think this is where I'm going to call it a day. I've been able to teach you so many things here. All right, I've taught you how to modify all these, how to modify your pictures, your shapes, your smart art, and how to take screenshots and all that. So take your time now, walk around it, play around all these your shapes, do different things with them. You know how to move them, you know how to resize them, Now, okay, before I leave, it's not only text box that you can type inside of it. Now, let's say you have a shape. Let me bring up a shape. Insert shapes. You can bring an ordinary shape like this. Draw. I'm going to change it to square for it to be easy for me. So I'm closing it. So I'm going to expand it. Look at it. So now if I want to add text to this shape, how do I do it? I'll right click on the shape. Do you understand? You know how to right click now? Right click on it. That is the right button of your mouse. You click it. Then you come to add text. You right click on the shape. Then come to add text. Then as you can see now, I can type inside this box now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So these are things that you can do. Please come over to me now. So look at this. I can edit this, make it look like what I want, just like you do normal formatting. I can make it center. Do you understand that? The way I want it. Okay. I can go to format, begin to play around the color, play around the effect of the shape, play around the color of the text, the effect of the text and all that. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you could do. So you could add text to any shape you draw. Do you understand that? All you need to do is to right click on the shape, then add text to it. Then the text is going to be inside. So when you have it like this, you can move, anywhere and it's going to go with it. Do you understand? Don't forget this particular symbol that you're looking at here. Okay, you can use it to reshape. If you don't like it the way it is, you can still reshape it further. So you have the right and the desired shape you're looking for. So I think before we close this chapter, let's look at something here also. I'm going to scroll down. I showed you how to group objects the other time when I used this as a sample. I grouped this text box with this picture. But this one that we did the other time, if we don't group them together, they can't move together. So let's now group them together. How do you group them together? You click one of them first. Then the next thing you're going to do is to hold your shift key. You select the second one, hold your shift key, select the third one. So you have all the shapes selected now. Do you understand that? So you can click outside. Another way to do that is to come to this side where you have the selection pane. You can select the first one. If you select it, you see that it will be selected. You can hold your shift key to select the second one. So you hold your control key to select the second one, then you hold your control key to select the third item. Do you understand that? Sorry. So control key, you use it to select the three. As you can see, the three objects are selected now. So that's another option by which you could achieve the selection of the 3 objects. These are 3 objects. This 1, this 2, this 3. So all you need to do is to select them one by one. It's either you click directly, hold your shift key to select the other 2 objects. So when you have them together, you go to format, then you come to group. As you can see, then you click group. Now when you have it like this, you can move them together, they will go. But does it mean that when you group you can't ungroup? You can. So as you have it now, when you click the object, it's not one object because you've grouped the 3 objects together. So you can go back to group, then ungroup. When you ungroup it, it's going to break them. Then you can move them individually. Can you see that? Now let me undo it. So to group them back, you select it one after the other, shift click, and you select all the shapes. Do you understand that? Another way to select them is to use the selection pane to select them. But when you are using the selection pane, you use Control and click. Do you understand? Control click until you have selected all that you want to select. I hope you got that. So you can go to group now, group them. They are just one object. Do you understand that? So you can move them around now. I'll just move it. Just one object. Just one object. Do you understand it? One object. So I want to believe that I've not bored you at all in this video, and I'm sure you would have learned something very serious from this video. So give it a try, work around all the things you've learned. As you keep practicing, you keep getting better. So I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you.